I think we'll start off with um, thanking you for agreeing to participate in this campaign. We're very excited to speak to you because it's not easy to get time with women leaders this day, and it's also a fresh, insightful peek into the hospitality industry for us and for a lot of people around. So I think we know ad nauseum about how the tech sector works and all of that, but it's nice to get an idea about the hospitality sector, and it's also nice to get your insights about this as someone who's been on both sides of the aisle. You've been an engineer, and now you are an HR. So, but that's a very interesting trajectory. Can you share a little bit about your journey and how you got into your leadership?
Sure. Thank you. Firstly, India, for having me over. I'm humbled by this opportunity. To give you a little bit about my career path, well, to begin with, I'm an aerospace engineer by qualification. I completed my engineering in 2013. Soon after 2014, I started my first work with Airbus through L&T Larsen and Toubro in India, in Chennai, actually. I worked with them on a very specific military project. We were working on a cockpit display system, human-machine interface. So I worked with them for about three and a half years. And then my husband actually moved to the Maldives for work. He got an offer there, and I decided to move with him. I was very clear I wanted to continue working. I was okay to switch fields, but I knew that I wanted to be, financially independent and, continue to utilize my skill set. So that's how I joined the organization Suneva that I'm still very much a part of. In 2018, I joined Suneva, and at that time they had an opportunity of a recruitment coordinator or a talent acquisition coordinator. I joined in that field. Today, 6 years down the line, I now take care of talent acquisition requirements for Suneva in the Maldives and Thailand. So whatever the recruitments that we do in these countries, I take care of that. So it's been an interesting trajectory for me too. I never would have planned or thought of this. Started off with engineering, landed up in hospitality, but lots to learn. And I'd also like to add that there aren't very many organizations that have greater goals or larger a purpose other than prioritizing profits or market dominance. But Suneva is one of the few. It's a rare organization where I think, as you already know, we're pioneers in sustainable hospitality, luxury. So it's a larger purpose, it's a larger goal, and therefore I'm very happy in the role, in the job, and it's a very fulfilling role in an organization to be a part of. So yes, that's been my career trajectory so far.
That's wonderful to hear. Can you tell me a little bit about, since we're talking about women's participation in the workforce and specifically in leadership positions, can you tell me a little bit about whether you have been or are involved now in any kind of projects that focus on empowering women or promoting gender equality within your industry?
Yes, very much. In fact, at Suneva, we have a very, very clear focus on encouraging more women to join the workforce. So, right, and we believe in attacking the problem at the grassroots level itself. So, right from the point of starting our advertisements for certain vacancies, we are very clear that we want to encourage more women. We put that content as well on our advertisements. So, there's a lot of encouragement for women today, and especially in the hospitality sector. We want more women to come out.
That's brilliant. And I think the top-down approach of having those policies and mandates and guidelines in place also kind of propel the culture of the organization to a certain extent in ensuring that the participation of women in the workforce is equitable as much as possible.
Absolutely. If I can just add to that, there's a lot of focus on diversity, on ensuring balance. I mean, as we speak, we have over, even if I take just one resort as an example, at Suneva Fushi, we have over 53 different nationalities working currently. So there's a lot of focus on ensuring that it's a diverse and like most organizations, I would say, would go for experience, skill set. whereas our focus is larger. We focus on attitude, skills, of course, and cognitive diversity. So these are things that I think are very important in ensuring a balanced workforce.
That is a very interesting point, and it kind of brings me to another question that I'd like to ask you. Um, at the moment, across sectors, we're kind of seeing, especially in India, a trend that started probably off in the US, and it's trickling down to Asia and India as well, about hiring based on skills rather than degrees. And there is also the trend of offering um, perhaps more flexibility after the pandemic. But the hospitality industry is still pretty hands-on, right? There's very limited roles where you can work hybrid or remote. Um, how do you see that kind of bridging the gap for women's participation? Is that a barrier?
Not anymore, I'd say, India, but I think it's an interesting question. Hospitality as an industry, and I'm sure there are others as well, but I think for hospitality, a lot of on-ground presence is important. If you go to a restaurant to dine, then you definitely like to have the restaurant manager, or the waiters, waitresses, as we call them, hosts and hostesses. You'd like to see them. So yes, in some sense, certain roles restrict this hybrid model, but at the same time, we are also openly encouraging a hybrid working culture for certain supporting functions like HR, for example. I'm in talent acquisition, and I'm not based at the resort. I'm based in India. The resorts are in Maldives and Thailand. But fortunately, the organization is able to give me this opportunity. Likewise, sales and marketing, reservations. So there are lots of different fields that we have that do support this. And while yes, for women, I think this is definitely somewhere it holds good, because you're also women. I think somewhere we also have this tendency to want to be around when you have, when you have a new baby, or you have a child. You want to be able to take care of home as well as the workforce. So this, I think, is really helpful. And yeah, I think we also provide other opportunity, like in fact stuff like maternity, paternity leaves have all been increased now where I work. There are also these options of extending your leave if you'd like, on no pay basis or whatever it is. So we have that option. It's not like you have to finish and you finish your leave or your maternity leave and you come back immediately. There is a lot of flexibility involved. In fact, if I would just suggest, possibly bring out my own experience, India, for an organization like Soneva, I feel there's a lot of flexibility, and that's why people stay on for years. Like we have employees who are with us for the last 20-25 years. So and that also means it talks very well of the organization, because in those 20 years, I'm sure a person has seen ups and downs, lows, times when you want to probably have taken a sabbatical. In my own case, in 2019, I went through a personal loss, where I had unfortunately lost my mother at that time, and I wanted some time off. But there was no hard and fast that you have only 10 days of bereavement leave and then you need to get back. There was nothing like that. I was given a lot of flexibility, and I was given time to deal with the loss, to heal after that, and then come back. So, from my experience and what I've seen, the amount of flexibility that at least this organization offers, and I'm sure a lot of them are now following the trend, you know. Uh, so, yeah, to answer your question, that's it. Yeah.